Oh God, I mean, we went through some very traumatic events.
This incredible stuff was happening in my career. And at the same time, he was going through the trial. It was a lot of stuff to do.
Know who I am. This is what it is.
In the late 1990s, Jennifer Lopez and Sean Diddy Combs were one of Hollywood's hottest power couples. Their glamorous lifestyle and undeniable chemistry made headlines, and they seemed like the ultimate match. But in 2001, everything came crashing down when Lopez abruptly ended their relationship. What happened behind the scenes of this high-profile breakup? Was it a simple case of irreconcilable differences, or were there deeper, more scandalous reasons for their split? Let's unravel the mystery behind J.Lo and Diddy's shocking breakup.
You know, she's one of the most beautiful people in the world, and I'm a pretty nice guy myself.
Jennifer Lopez, who was at the height of her career during her relationship with Diddy, had just begun to transition from a successful music artist to a bona fide actress. Diddy, then known as Puff Daddy, was already a towering figure in the hip-hop world, both as a producer and rapper. Their relationship began in 1999 and was filled with public appearances, extravagant gifts, and undeniable star power. But behind the glitz and glamour, their relationship was riddled with issues that would ultimately lead to its downfall. Why? One of the most significant moments that marked the beginning of the end for J.Lo and Diddy was their involvement in a high-profile nightclub shooting in December 1999. The two were at Club New York when a gunfight broke out, leaving 3 people injured. Diddy and Lopez fled the scene in a vehicle that was later found to contain a stolen gun. Diddy was arrested on weapons charges, and Lopez was briefly detained for questioning. Though Lopez was eventually cleared of any involvement, the incident was a turning point in their relationship. The media frenzy surrounding the shooting put intense pressure on Lopez, whose career was skyrocketing at the time. She was reportedly concerned about the negative impact the scandal could have on her public image and professional prospects.
Best. Obviously, nobody really wants to be arrested. It's a really traumatic experience.
Sources close to the couple claimed that Lopez was tired of Diddy's reckless behavior and the drama that came with being involved with someone in the hip-hop world. Despite their chemistry, Lopez began to realize that her relationship with Diddy was incompatible with the future she envisioned for herself.
You know, we became friends first, and then we developed this bond. We both understood where we were at that time in our lives, and we both knew nobody else understood exactly how we felt.
Also during an interview, J.Lo said, "He was larger than life. But at first I didn't like him at all. I didn't. I thought he was my, ick. I didn't like him because, Sean and I were very different." J.Lo has been very silent when it comes to her past with Diddy and these recent allegations about him being gay. But for all we know, J.Lo might have come close to being one of Diddy's victims. Some new details are starting to surface about how Diddy tried to control J.Lo and treat her the same way he later treated Cassie, but J.Lo managed to escape. And apparently, one of the reasons Diddy became fixated on Cassie is because she looked like a young J.Lo. So what was the final straw for J.Lo to leave Diddy, and how has Jennifer reacted to Diddy being exposed for all of these vile acts? Let's get into it as Jennifer stands by her man and issues during several statements made to the press. She made a statement saying, "I was puffy all night and didn't have a gun." She just said, "Look, I love Sean, and I'm going to be with him. And, of course, Sean's album at the time was coming out. She also said, I want to be with him forever." It shows she loved Diddy then. Do y'all remember the movie Enough where J.Lo played a Deb victim who learns to fight back against her husband? Well, word on the street is that this movie was inspired by J.Lo's relationship with Diddy. The timeline is interesting for sure because J.Lo accepted the role in Enough shortly after she broke up with Diddy in February 2001. J.Lo also later admitted that she suffered a nervous breakdown during the filming of Enough. She said, "I was suffering from a lack of sleep. And I did have a kind of nervous breakdown. I froze up on set. Well, not on a set, but in my trailer, I was like, I don't want to move, I don't want to talk, I don't want to do anything." However, it was in the movie Enough. Nicholas Kazan described this movie as a story about the worst aspect of the male psyche that males have been taught, traditionally to expect to get what they want now. If this doesn't describe Diddy to a point, it's no secret that Diddy is a massive narcissist with control issues, and multiple people who have worked closely with him said he was obsessed with controlling women even after he stopped dating them, according to Diddy's longtime bodyguard Gene Deal. Even after Diddy and J.Lo went public with their romance, Diddy was still obsessed with controlling his ex Kim Porter, and he had people following her around to see which men she was talking to.
He didn't want Kim to deal with nobody, bruh. We would leave Jennifer's house. He would call a babysitter. If Kim was out on the town, we was going to every spot in New York City that the babysitter thought she was at. Do you hear me? Even when he wasn't dealing with her, he wanted complete control over her life.
He didn't want Kim to deal with anybody. He would leave Jennifer's house. He would call a babysitter. If Kim was out on the town, he was going to every spot in New York City that the babysitter thought she was at. Even when he wasn't dealing with her, he wanted complete control over her life. And looking back at how Diddy treated J.Lo, it looks like he tried to control her too. In fact, it continued long after J.Lo moved on. To give you just one example, shortly after J.Lo reconciled with Ben Affleck in 2021, Diddy posted an old photo of him and J.Lo holding hands talking about some throwback Thursday. That's some narcissistic behavior right there. It didn't stop there also. Diddy cheated on J.Lo constantly while they were dating, and while at the same time being super controlling of her, he would even show up to her movie sets and make a scene when he found out she had a kissing scene, like the time she was filming The Wedding Planner with Matthew MC.
Of what? There ain't no kissing going on, right?
Yeah, he has a problem with stuff like that.
There better not be no kissing going on.
Not like a kiss like with tongue.
Nah.
It's not like a kiss, it's like a last minute, last moment in a thing. It's not like we kiss all the time.
I think it's silly, kissing scenes, because I'm an actor and I know that it just doesn't mean anything and you don't care. Right?
Lopez had grown frustrated with Diddy's inability to remain faithful, and this was ultimately the final straw for her. Adding to the speculation was Lopez's swift rebound into a relationship with former backup dancer Chris Judd, whom she would marry later that year. This fueled rumors that Lopez had already emotionally moved on from Diddy before the official breakup. On the other hand, Diddy was reportedly heartbroken by the split, and in later interviews, he would admit that losing Lopez was one of his biggest regrets. In the years following their breakup, both Lopez and Diddy have moved on to new relationships and professional milestones. Lopez went on to marry and divorce multiple times, including high-profile marriages to Mark Anthony and Ben Affleck, while Diddy has had several relationships but has never settled down. Despite their tumultuous past, Lopez and Diddy have occasionally reunited at industry events, and both have spoken kindly of each other in interviews. Looking back, the breakup between J.Lo and Diddy seems to have been a necessary step for both of them to grow personally and professionally. While the exact reasons for their split may never be fully known, it's clear that their relationship was not meant to last. Today, both stars continue to dominate their respective industries, proving that sometimes parting ways is the best decision for everyone involved. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more captivating stories. Stay tuned for more thrilling tales, theories, and more jaw-breaking videos. See you in the next video.